I'm going to get Heather to talk about her social media, about how things have changed. When I first can remember politics, if you were a candidate, you raised a little bit of money, you went and bought some yard signs, you bought a few ads for the local newspaper, and you might cut some radio or TV ads. And that was it. And that would get you in front of a lot of eyeballs. But this is a different time. People have cut the cord. They don't read newspapers, don't buy newspapers. They don't watch regular traditional TV like they used to. And we were talking about influencers and shorts. I'm going to let Heather talk a little bit on what she does on social media and on her personal social media. Yeah.
Well, now I am having to get ready to start all over from scratch on TikTok. And occasionally you will run into that on TikTok, especially since it was bought by, some Trump sycophants. Instagram, now I used to really struggle with Instagram because it seemed like they wanted to try to ban you for 24 hours, 48 hours every time you did anything or said anything that was, the least bit political one way or the other. And I noticed in the presidential election of 2024, it was like that all the way up to election day. Then after election day, it was like the Wild West.
Hmm.
And it still is. And you can go on there and I'm telling you, pretty much say anything you want to, and they won't ban or block you. But I have been trying to build up a presence on social media. I started out through a Not Red 2024 and then changed my handle, as you say, to Democratically Inclined. And I have about right under 4,000 on Instagram right now. And so it goes through periods where it will grow a lot and it'll kind of slow down. I need to spend some more time making some more new videos. But I feel like there is such a gap where, the Republicans controlled the media since the 80s, whether it be TV, radio, and they have stepped in when it comes to social media, podcasting, YouTube. You have to meet the youth where they are,
Mm.
and they are online. And we have to come up with our own people to fill in those holes. Because if we don't, all they're going to see is the right wing Fox News type style social media accounts, and they don't get the facts or the truth. We have to step up as Democrats and try to fill that hole, I think, online.
Yeah.
Well, Heather, I need to give you some money and have you help me. I tried doing TikTok and I got made so much fun that I stopped. People are like, who is this old guy and why isn't he dancing? Because it was all about, why aren't you you should be dancing. And I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. But I absolutely agree. My readership on the website it skews older. I mean, I know that from surveys I've done. And I would give anything to get a bunch of young people involved, and young adults, I should say. Compared to me, everybody's younger, but young adults involved there. I have to ask. So when you do, let's talk Instagram. So you do a short video. Is that what you do for Instagram?
Instagram limits you. If your video is over 3 minutes on Instagram, it won't be recommended as a reel to share.
Okay.
So the only people that will have access to it are your followers. And
So
then they can choose to share. But now TikTok, you can talk as long as you want to.
yeah.
But
Well, I
people
don't dance,
usually
so
tune
that's the
out
problem.
after the first minute or two.
So when you go on to Instagram, you're doing less than 3 minutes. So you're doing what, an editorial? You're doing sort of a commentary on the news or something?
Different topics, whether they be current event type of political topics, whether it be policy topics, when we were dealing with the big beautiful bill, I did multiple TikToks on that and the devastating effects it would have, and even tried to break that down even further. But yeah, I originally started it out as a way to educate because there's so much misinformation, disinformation, and lies that I felt like people needed somewhere to go to hear the truth. And so I just started by either tackling whatever current news we were dealing with out of the White House or Trump himself, or a basic political policy topic that was, in everybody's minds at the time. Just tried to educate. That was my whole mission. That's why I started it, was
Hey,
was to educate.